Congratulations once again to our winners of the Janis Joplin concert, set to go on with her band Big Brother and the Holding Company on Friday, March 8th. Is everybody psyched and ready for this concert? I know I sure am.
Sort of. I'm still recovering from the last concert I attended in which Lucy was involved.
Lucy?
Yeah, Lucy, as in the sky with diamonds.
Oh, that Lucy.
Yeah, it was so weird. Like, everything around me was moving in sync with one another.
Oh, you mean like everything moves right along with you?
Yeah, kinda. You remember that time you had that paranoid trip where everything around you was coming to life?
Yeah.
It was like that, except everything was moving along with me.
Oh yeah, far out.
Yeah, it really was, until the hallucinogenic effect kicked in. Then it was like chess pieces coming to life and dancing with me on a dance floor size, like checkerboard. That really is the best stuff for a concert. I still remember the experience like it was yesterday.
Wow, and this was at the Beatles concert. That was nearly 2 months ago. Must have been a powerful one.
Well, it was my first time.
Speaking of firsts, remember when you got high the first time?
Oh my god, do I ever. We were at our first Friendsgiving and my now best friend introduced us to some weed and I just had to have a puff of some.
And puff you did.
Yes, I got high.
So high.
I mean, what was I thinking?
I know, tell me about it. You couldn't even put a thought together.
No, I meant really. What was it that I was thinking?
You mean?
Yep. I expected you, Ryan, to go into my head, and literally my head, read my actual thoughts, as if you were reading them on paper. An essay, mind you.
Except the essay consisted of 1,000,000 little sentence fragments, run-ons, and grammatical errors.
Very funny. But no, really, I wanted you to literally read my thoughts as though we were bringing the well-known metaphor to life right then by you actually reading my mind and telling me what I was thinking.
Which is impossible to do.
No, not according to my brain at the time.
Yeah, which was funny. I was completely sober, but it was fascinating and scary to see a high angel in action. Much like the heart attack I heard about today.
No way.
I'd just finished my shift at the record store and overheard 2 of my coworkers shooting the breeze. One of them was at the barber shop, formerly a partnership, except the other guy split, leaving the other to pick up all his slack with management. So anyway, my comrade in vinyl was getting his hair cut by the sole proprietor, and he just stopped right in the middle of the cut because he realized he was having a heart attack.
Dude, that's wild.
That's only the half of it. Man took it like a champ and drove himself to the hospital.
Whoa, that's a big other half. Speaking of other half, what happened to the guy getting his haircut? Did he just leave with a partial job?
Nah, the barber powered through, came back and finished. A real trooper.
How does one drive one to the hospital when they're having a heart attack? How?
Well, considering the stage that it's at, or the level of seriousness, they probably might have been able to power through it.
Okay, I'm trying to visualize this and it's not going very well.
Well, not every heart attack is fatal, keep in mind, some are minor.
Okay, so you're going through your day, just having a mild heart attack. Carry on. Just a little heart attack, that's all.
Well, I honestly wasn't surprised considering the stress he must have been under with his partner leaving him.
So it must have been a silent heart attack.
Yeah, the Widowmaker.
The Widowmaker.
Or at least an attempted widowmaker.
Attempted widowmaker. Huh. Wow. A haircut involving a heart attack. Who knew that was a thing?
Well, apparently he did.
Guess so. Such a strange once-in-a-lifetime event.
Speaking of events, are you ready to delve into the week's gossip, events, and tidbits?
Oh yes, and boy do I have some tidbits for you and all of our listener.
Really, please do tell.
Okay, guess who met, chatted, and almost got his butt reamed at the Paul Rothschild party the other night?
Paul Rothschild, eh?
Yep, the one and only. Can you guess which red-hot rock and roll superstar almost got his butt reamed by another famous rock and roll's blues artist? I will give you a hint. It involves a certain singer that we are giving tickets away for, a bottle of Southern Comfort, and a leading frontman who will be coming to the Fillmore next month.
No.
Yes!
Are you kidding me? It was Janis and Jimmy. Wow. You know, I heard not too long ago Janis knocked out Jerry Lee Lewis for insulting her sister at a concert not too long ago. Don't mess with the Queen of Soul. She will knock you out.
Oh yeah, absolutely agree.
What is that?
It is peace tea.
Peace tea, huh?
Yeah. I had it suggested to me and was offered gobs of it, so I thought I would give it a try.
So that explains the cases by our door.
Yes, they gave us bunches, although I don't think they gave us that much.
So what kind of tea is it? Green, fruit, Earl Grey?
Yes, it's a fruit tea, and so far it has a very distinctive flavor.
Distinctive?
Yeah, distinctive.
Do they come in many flavors?
Well, this one that I am drinking is called Peace Tea Zero Raspberry.
Oh, nice. And sugar-free too.
Absolutely. Very waistline friendly, and if you're not counting calories, check out their Georgia Peach. It's absolutely divine.
Hey, is that black tea lemonade I see in that box?
That's quite possibly. I haven't sampled them all yet, but I'm still hooked on this Zero Raspberry.
Well, since I'm a fan of the Earl Grey tea, I think I just might help you sample some of these.
Go for it. What do you think? We must have enough supply to last us through at least the next 12 Woodstocks. They really hooked us up. And it's not bad for a nice relaxing tap. If you've had a long, hard day and you need something to take the edge off, but you don't want to take any hallucinogenics, then peace tea is your beverage.
deal. Now let's see, where were we?
Ah, yes. You had just figured out, and so quickly, I might add, that Janis Joplin almost had a knockdown, drag-out fight with the Doors' powerful frontman, Mr. Jim Morrison. But interesting that she got into a confrontation with Jerry Lee Lewis. This is the first time I am hearing about this.
Oh yeah, it turns out Janis had attended her high school reunion not too long ago, and Jerry Lee Lewis was hired to be the headlining performer for the event, and he insulted her by giving her sister the most twisted, backhanded compliment ever.
Really, whatever did he say?
He said, "You know you would look so much better if you weren't trying to look like your sister."
No way.
Way. And just like that, Janis socked him right in the jaw.
Oh, wow. What nerve, and so rude. If I were Janis, I would have socked him too. What a jerk.
No kidding. There should be a law against hitting a woman, or anybody for that matter, especially when that someone is as cool and as genuine as Miss Joplin. I hope she got him good.
Well, if it was any harder than what she did to Jim Morrison with that bottle of Southern Comfort, I think we can rest assured that he got his just desserts.
No kidding. So tell me more about this altercation with Jim.
Okay, so apparently they were both attending a party in honor of Paul Rothschild, and they hit it off really well initially.
Okay, so how did we get from hitting it off to sparring bottles of whiskey over each other's heads?
It wasn't on each other's, it was only Jim's, and that was because he was becoming a complete and total arse halfway through the night when he became blitzed beyond belief. Love.
Okay, well that makes sense.
She couldn't shake him, so she hit him over the head with her bottle of Southern Comfort twice.
Holy cow, how'd he survive that, I wonder?
Very carefully.
Yeah, I would imagine. And to think Janis is so sweet and hippie-like.
And don't forget Small.
I would never have imagined that the mild-mannered, peace-loving Janis could be such a firecracker.
Well, clearly he deserved it, as well as Jerry Lee did. What a prick.
But albeit a fascinating one.
Anyway, in other news, a ceremony was hosted last week at the White House in honor of Major Merlin H. Deathfulson, a USAF who received the medal during the annual presidential breakfast. President Johnson was on hand to present him with such an award during the commencement of the breakfast to honor his bravery last March when fighting the steelworks while in Vietnam.
That is quite the honor indeed.
Yes, it is, even more. So he got back safe and sound.
I can dig it. And speaking of ceremonies, a ceremony commemorating the 159th birthday of Abraham Lincoln will take place at the Lincoln Statue Memorial in Washington, D.C. next Monday, the 12th. This ceremony is intended to serve as a reminder to all of us how the late President Lincoln has powered through poverty and hardship to be one of the nation's leading greatest presidents in history.
This is the same statue that they used in that music video I saw.
A music video?
Right, a music video.
What the heck is a music video?
Well, obviously, it's a video that plays music, my dear.
Gee, dear, those shrooms must be highly potent since you're talking about things that are non-existent.
No, I swear, I've seen an actual music video with Lincoln before where they had that exact same statue of him coming to life. He stood up and everything. It was really, really cool.
Sure you did, honey.
What? You don't believe me?
I'll believe anything when it's a trip.
Come to think of it, I did have a few too many shrooms before the show, but seeing that statue triggered some sort of deja vu in me, like something about the band named Star something, and that they were building a city, something along the line. I know I've seen something like that before, but I just don't remember.
And in other news, if y'all hadn't caught it yet, our very own former VP, Richard M. Nixon, just announced his intention to run for presidency against Mr. Lyndon B. Johnson last week, claiming that the issues facing this country persist way beyond political means.
Yay, just what we need in office is another red button.
Honestly, I couldn't care less who wins, as long as they put an end to this senseless war.
Oh my god, speaking of wars, guess what I just discovered was happening on the same day that Nixon announced his candidacy?
I give up. What?
Viet Cong officer Captain Nguyen Van Lam was executed in the midst of a Saigon street just a couple of days after the death offensive launched.
No way.
The dude was out of uniform and everything. One of our Associate Press photographers even captured it on film.
Really? Wow. Not sure if a picture about some guy getting his head blown off is approved for all audiences, if you know what I mean.
It's not, far from it, but the whole point of it is to release awareness about the horrors of war.
Makes sense. But the whole point of revealing the horrors is to stop it, to take a picture of it. And putting it on display seems like glamorizing a casualty when it almost should be a display of frustration, instead of saying, look at me, look what I made.
Sorry. This peace tea is just so darn good. Anyway. Yeah, in a way, but so many people are protesting it already, and it hasn't even been a full 2 weeks since that incident happened. Isn't part of being a hippie at heart is first achieving attention to lead the protests that were ignited by that frustration you speak of?
Yeah, I suppose. But the Associated Press just seems so pretentious, for lack of a better word.
Yes, well, nonetheless, it's helped get the word out and contributed greatly to our pro-peace movement. And as a hippie yourself, I'm sure our girl Janis would approve.
And now, a word from our sponsors. How did that sound?
Groovy, my dear. Yeah, let's do this. Hey guys, are you ready for the concert? Well, if not, I have something here that will get you ready in no time. Check out Janis's latest self-titled album she recorded with her bandmates Big Brother and the Holding Company. With hits like Blind Man and Down on Me, you can be assured that you will come ultimately prepared for this masterpiece performance. But hurry, a bargain basement price like this will not last long at participating stores near you.
Hey there. Are you all ready for the big concert coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if not, come on down to Janis Joplin's official shop, where you are guaranteed to find the finest concert swag that Janis's team could come up with. From hats, tees, jackets, and buttons, the Janis official shop has you covered. For instance, the famous and spirited Free Everyone t-shirt, which dons the logo of their self-titled album. Big Brother and the Holding Company sells for a suave $2.86 each. A tie-dye concert tee of just Janis herself, just $3. Want a poster? Well, you're in luck. They have them all on sale at just 85 cents, slashed from $2. Already have a tee for the concert? Then accessorize with a Janis Joplin trucker hat. And that's not all. If you're in a hurry now, until the end of the month, Janis Joplin official store will discount an additional 10% off in honor of the upcoming concert at the Fillmore. But don't wait. At these prices, they are sure to sell out prior to the deadline.
Okay, so now that we've pretty much covered attire swag for the amazing Miss Janis Joplin and Big Brother and the Halting Company concert set to go down March 8th at the Fillmore, let's talk dolls, shall we? Yes, I said dolls. The official Janis Joplin store sells these cute little dolls that, make no mistake about it, resemble Janis to a T. From her signature head feather boas to her John Lennon-inspired sunglasses. This little doll is the next best thing to the real Janis, no joke. They did a great job replicating her. In fact, they did so good that they sold out on the first batch that came in, so don't wait. Grab yours now. I did. Ryan, we need a game for game night.
I have just the thing.
Really? What is it?
Battling tops.
Battling tops.
Yeah, never heard of it. Well, now you have. Ideal Toys just released it this year, so I'm not surprised in the least that you haven't heard of it yet.
Okay. What does it do?
It's a game that falls somewhere between catapulting and boxing, in which you catapult your spinners onto the ring and watch as they pulverize each other into oblivion until all but one spinner or spindle remains, who will then be declared the winner.
Sounds like fun, but what's the catch?
No catch. Battling tops is very simple to play and isn't all that time consuming. One round can be done in as little as 10 minutes. Plus, at only $5, it's a real steal and a half. So what do you say, my sweet? You in?
Well, I suppose we could try it. Call the gang and tell them we are set for Battling Tops this Saturday.
Alright. Speaking of game night, what are we going to serve for dessert?
Oh, that's easy, dear. How about Jello?
Jello?
Yeah, what's wrong with Jello?
Nothing if you don't count the disaster in 65.
What happened in 65? I don't recall a disaster.
I do. It was called the Italian salad disaster. Lost my love for the food as well as my lunch when they decided to turn it into Jello mold. Blech.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You lost your ability to eat salads because of the mold Aunt Sally served us over holiday dinner.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to eat salad since.
Well, you don't have to worry, dear, as Jello has improved their brand a lot since then. In fact, they've never been better. Yeah, Jello listened to their buyers when they said, no more flavors that test our gag reflexes. We want something edible, and no doubt edible is what they got.
No way.
In fact, with 3 new enticing, refreshing flavors, you won't help but crave all 3.
No celery.
No, that went out with the turn of the decade, my dear.
Well, in that case, let's do it.
Okay.
Well, looks like we've come to the end of the road.
No!
Yes, but not to say goodbye, but rather see you later.
Fine, let's say goodbye.
Oh, but let's not say goodbye, but rather see you later.
Okay, see you later. Then, but before we do, we need to say apologies and acknowledgements.
Okay, here we go. Heart attack haircut guy, what can I say? Your story was so inspiring to me that I just had to share it.
Jerry Lee Lewis, you can't help being the rat that you are.
Richard Nixon and all the red butts and blues. Let's get over it now, shall we?
Jim Morrison, again, Not your fault for being the rat that you are, but at least you are a talented rat.
All the fans of the Lincoln statue who genuinely thought he came to life in the video, so sorry we burst your bong bubble.
And finally, to all those who thought Lucy was an actual person, hate to burst your bubble there too, but she wasn't.
And now for the acknowledgements and thank yous.
The Jello Company, you never cease to surprise us.
And Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl, a brand new company with beautiful style. That's CoverGirl.
The makers of Prel shampoo, you never cease to amaze us with your overwhelming product selections.
And last but certainly not least, Mainstream Columbia Records, the posh Langham Hotel, and Trans World Airlines for sponsoring our Janis Joplin winners and making sure they have an award-winning experience. And on that note, see y'all next time. Love you people. Peace and prosperity, baby.